Oh, yep, no, that sucks. G'day guys, Mark here. Welcome back to the Iron Empire. This time around we are on the Beater Bronco. This is my girlfriend Andrea's 351 early 80s bullnose Bronco that we dragged home from the back streets of the northern suburbs, and this thing's pretty cool. Been working on this thing for a couple of years on and off, like week here, week there. And basically where we're at now is we got this 351 up and running. Everything's going pretty good here. We fixed up a bunch of stuff on this car already. The whole brake system was knackered. We have brakes sorted now. We have a fuel system now. There's a heap happen on this car. To be honest with you, I can't even remember everything we've done. I would like to properly wire up the fuel pump, and of course, we have to put a door on it, we have to put a bonnet on it, but that's gonna happen once I take care of all the mechanicals. So yeah, for now, we will try and get this thing out on the road, driving as it should. We're gonna get this thing to our very first car show this weekend at the Woodside Airstrip car meet presented by the Iron Empire and Drive with Dixon. So yeah, let's go. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we have done a bunch on this car. We now have full functioning power steering. We have a complete cooling system with a brand new radiator. Everything should work. We've got the Optima battery making this thing absolutely perfect when it comes to firing it up. We just connect this thing up now. This thing here is the cable to power the fuel pump. It's got a Carter style fuel pump in it, which I absolutely swear by. I would like to connect this up to the ignition switch with a relay and all that good stuff, but for now we've just got this hardwired. I'd like to at least put a switch on it for this weekend if we can get this thing out on the road. And yeah, so for right now we're going to get this thing fired up. I've already been loading this thing with shit again. It's basically like, it's our go-to when it comes to when you've got something in your hand and you get rid of it, it goes in the truck, and then I end up having to clean it out. So anyway, let's move this thing. It should fire right up. As long as those bulbs are full, which they should be right now, give it an absolute gutful. This thing is cold as anything. Give it a bunch of fuel. The throttle cable is jammed up, so the fuel cable is real hard and hard to push, so I'll probably have to pull that off and soak that in some CRC. Woo! She is stone cold, but she loves it, and then it runs out of fuel straight away. But as you can see, this thing is really quite good for a Beater that sits here for months on end. So I'm gonna get this thing in and on the tough lift hoist right now and see if we can sort out why this thing doesn't change gear, because at the moment I've only got one of them. Actually two, reverse and first. So obviously we've got some, it just wants to run out of fuel every time, so annoying. I'd love to get this thing tuned up properly, but obviously we need to get some Ks on it. Doesn't like sitting around. Every time. I reckon I'm out of fuel. It sounds like it's out of fuel, hey? I might need some fuel. So one of the things that I didn't want to cut corners on when I done the fuel cell install on this thing is I wanted to make sure that it could be filled up from the filler neck right here, which it is. So I'm glad I did that, because I nearly cut a hole in the floor, and then I would have had to fill it up from inside the cab and open tailgate and all that stupid shit. But we're going in the filler neck where it should be. This is the wrong thing, but let's get some fuel in. I think this is the problem, because usually this actually runs pretty good. Just needs fuel. Let's see if this is what it wanted. All right, Bessie. Ah, disconnected it. I'm just so used to batteries going flat that I'm just like, I religiously disconnect batteries now. All right, we're pumping. It just needed fuel. We like that. I need to do a big cleanup in here. It's actually looking absolutely repulsive, but I haven't had time. Like, life's been chaos lately, but I'm gonna make time for this today because I'd love to get this thing out on the weekend so you guys can come and check it out. And it is a cool rig. I want to get this thing up. This is gonna be our winter cruiser as well. We want to have this thing out cruising. Like, Andrea can drive this thing to work. We can take this thing out on some back roads and just enjoy driving a car in the weather and not worrying about it, because there's no way we're going to take that out in the, when it's pissing down or whatever. So anyway, what do I want to do today? I'm going to get this thing up and I'm going to clean out underneath this hoist because it looks disgusting. And then we're going to see what's going on with this transmission. We want to get some more gears out of it. So these C6 transmissions, from what I understand, will need vacuum to shift. So there's a little vacuum mod thing, diaphragm thingy back here. I probably won't even try and show you. There's a hard line going to the front, but it is connected via soft line. So I'm going to pull this off and replace it. Oh, she's got a bit of milkshake in there. That's interesting. I'm not sure if that's just... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Right, okay, I don't know what that means. So, that line just had like literally milkshakey water in it, which is weird. So maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe this little diaphragm thing has something to do with it as well. And then anyway, it goes to a hard line, and the hard line goes right at the front, and I'm sure it's going to pick up vacuum off the back of the manifold or back of the carby or something. So maybe I might do a bit more research and find out what this thing does. Maybe I should pull it off, give it a look over. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to see anything by looking at it, but maybe it needs to be replaced. Who knows? This little module here is, I don't know, I guess it's got to do something. So can't hurt to pull this off and maybe at least give it a clean off. That's as if it doesn't piss fluid all over me, which is going to be awesome. I've got a feeling it might. Bit of a leak, not too bad. There's a little rod in there. Right, so I know absolutely nothing about this, but I do know it has to, well, I know it has to do with shifting. I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to suck on that and see if this rod moves, because I feel like that's maybe what it should do. I don't really want to suck on it at all, but I definitely want to suck on it while it's that dirty. We'll start there, replace the line, work our way to the front, and then see if we can get some joy. You guys will see my bench here looking absolutely disgusting. I need like a cleaner. I need something. So this is a pretty cool piece here. I don't even know where I got this from. So if you gave this to me, I apologize. I can't remember who gave it to me. Gilbert Barker, Australia. Okay, so this is a pump for obviously a big pump. So this goes in a drum. I had this in a 60 litre drum over there, running the good old HPR 30, which we should be running in all our old school cars. And I ran out. I bought that thing years ago, and I finally ran out of oil. I need to get this thing out of here. So I'm on the hunt for some more oil, but prices have gone through the roof. So I need some sort of oil sponsorship. That would be handy. See, now this thing is all nice and clean. Now in the back of it there is a little adjustment screw. This is the same, maybe I think they might change the shift timing, kick down, something like that. I know it's the same as the Trimatic and the Tirana. I had to play with this and it's still not right, but I know that that's what it does. I don't know what that does. Oh yeah, that tastes like oil. Oh nice. But it's moving. Watch this. Watch me suck this oil to demonstrate to you guys that it works. Oh yep, nah, that sucks. Okay. You guys are gonna have to take my word. Oh, that's brutal. That is not a nice milkshake. All right, now the vacuum modulator, that's what I'm gonna call it now, is in the car. It seemed to hold suction of some sort. You could feel it when I pushed on the pin and then held my thumb over it. It would hold pressure. I've cleaned it. I've put it back. I feel better about it. I don't know if it's any better or not, but we'll go with that for now because I don't have one anyway. This hose that came off of it is actually in pretty good shape. I'm not going to lie. It's probably not really a point in changing that because it's not even... It's pretty good. I'm going to clean that up, put that back on. I'm confident that that is fine. What I should actually probably do is blow this line out first. Yeah, I might do that. I'm going to drop this down on the ground. I'm going to find the hard line that comes all out to the top of the engine bay. I'm going to blow that line out and then I'm going to check the soft line and where that's connected, if it's connected at all, and then keep motoring, see if we can get this thing to work. All right, please be what I think that is. Please be something. Yeah. Okay, this is good. We're happy with this. All right, so I've just found a soft line up the top here, which is connected to what seems to be the hard line that runs to the bottom, and it's not connected at all. So obviously, I can even see a spot where I can go. Whether there's vacuum there or not, I don't know, but I'm gonna put that there. Oh, that doesn't feel good. All right, anyway, so we've found something, and this is good. I'm gonna take this off to get right in there and have a good look, but we love to find problems because, oh, come on. There's nothing worse than when you can't find anything wrong, but there's a problem. Well, I can find something wrong. Oh, it's not connected. And I've also found the oil sender is disconnected as well, so maybe with this connected I might be able to keep track of my oil pressure. All right, so there's like a little Christmas tree thing coming off the back of the manifold here, and one of them is blocked off, one of them has nothing, and I'm going to assume that the nothing is what I need to be connected to. So the next thing is, does that have vacuum? Hopefully there's vacuum coming at that point, and that's all we needed. Okay, that's clearly clear. We are now connecting up this bottom bit, and that's all. That's going to be the end of this saga. Positive vibes. We're going to be running and driving, shifting gears in about 3 minutes. All right, could it be that easy? We'll see. All right, we're gonna go for it. That sticky throttle is definitely on the agenda. Now I don't have my camera mount, so we'll have to bear with me here. I'd usually have the 3-footed monster on this thing, but I can't find it. All right, let's get second gear, guys. I think that already shifted. I think that already shifted. Let's see. Maybe less wind in here. Ready? Yes! Yes! Second gear. There it is. Oh, man. Yep. Hell yes. Oh, man. I am stoked on that. Oh, yeah. She's a handful. Oh, man. That is good. I am stoked. Okay. So that is huge and such a simple fix. Like, what a dickhead that wasn't even connected. I know why. Like months, maybe even a year or more ago, when we done a bit of a tidy up on this thing, I deleted a heap of wiring under here, or at least tidied it up. We'd redone all the brake lines, and I was cleaning up right on the firewall. It was a mess. And I had we put a new carby on it. I had the intake all bared down, new leads, cleaned everything right up. And obviously when I was down there doing all the cleanup, I pulled everything off and didn't return that line. So, man, I am stoked. So there's absolutely guaranteed we're going to be doing some serious road street driving in this thing now. And yeah, second gear. See if it hits third. That'll be nice as well. So anyway, now I'm going to get in here. I'm going to disconnect this. Oh man, oh that's why. Okay, look at this, I just found another problem. Man, I'm on fire today. That right there, oh, can you even see that? It's zoomed in there, there's a break right there in the line. It is going full angle. And what's funny is that when we were doing some paddock bashing in Charlie's truck like 5 years ago, that same thing happened. The throttle cable was snapped and we ended up doing like a bit of a dodgy to get that going, and that would be why the throttle is so heavy. Like even the return spring, it's almost too much for the return spring to even return it. So I would like to obviously replace that cable, but for now I'm going to have to just disconnect it all, fix it up, lube it all up, and then that should get us out of trouble so we can be driving today. So I'll get stuck into that, and then we're going to give this thing a clean off. I'm going to go test drive it, see if we can get third gear, and then, yeah, move on with a little bit of assembly stuff, make this thing actually look good. There goes top gear, got third, 3 gears. This thing is gonna be so much fun. All right, so we've got first, second, and third in the Bronco. Absolutely stoked. It's actually driving really good. Definitely needs a little bit of timing. I can hear a little bit of pinging when it's laboring, but so far, man, this thing is wicked. And how good is this? We are literally in the Mount Crawford Forest, like 30 seconds from my doorstep. So we've got some back roads we can totally explore with this F truck. We need to get back now. I need to do a few little bits and pieces, tighten up the return spring on the carby. I need to tighten up a fan belt. I want to check all the vitals, and then we'll clean this thing up and then really test it on the street properly. All right, so next up is giving this thing a clean off. So it's obviously not super necessity right now, but I just want to clean it basically. Obviously I'm gonna try and minimize the amount that I spray inside the car. I might even fire it up so I can do the engine bay. I always like to have the motor running while I do the engine bay. Still got to try and avoid all the wiring and stuff, but let's give this thing a hose off. Awesome. Okay, so this thing has been running for like the past 15 minutes, absolutely flawlessly. As you can see, I just shut it off, restarted it, everything's running sweet. Blasted at the engine bay and it's all handled it perfectly. So I'm really happy with the reliability, I guess, of this truck. It has been a turnkey truck for a little while now, but to really put it through its paces in a like daily sort of realistic situation is good to see. Now, one thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to in a video or two ago, we done a review on the Blast pressure cleaner and this thing has been freaking amazing. I've done more wash cleaning of cars than I have since I was a teenager. Honestly, it makes it so much easier. For those who are interested in the product and haven't seen the video, go check out my video on the Blast pressure washer and also the wall mounted vacuum. Unbelievable. A couple of things I forgot to mention. One, this is Australian owned and operated company. Real genuine Aussie lads, absolute top blokes. That's what we want. We want to support the locals. So this is an Aussie brand, and not only that, is that especially if you're like me out here on the land, we don't have water, as in turn the tap and you got water. We have to catch every drop we get. So water is very, very valuable and precious to us up here. And the pressure washer from Blast actually uses like 75% less water than just running out the tap. So not only am I getting a way better result when I'm cleaning, I'm not just flooding the car with water and not getting the job done and wasting it. So I can't afford to waste water around here. So anyway, I'm just gonna finish up a few little last spots here to clean. We'll let it dry off and we'll bring it in the shed and start, trying to make some more progress. Winnie, Winnie. All right, Winnie gets the shit. Sometimes she just decides that she wants to play and she'll sit here and bark and carry on until I give her attention. Come here, Win. And then she'll run off and get a toy. Come on, come here. Sit. Good girl. Judge gets all the love, but Winnie, she is also a little smoocher. Aren't you, Winnie? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Maybe I need some Winnie t-shirts. What do you guys reckon? Oh, Winnie. Okay, so I've decided to do a couple of things out here while the car's still dripping wet. I need to tighten up this. I reckon this is the culprit right here. Oh yeah, that's tight. That's obscenely tight. Obscene. Absurdly. Stupidly. Oh yeah. Man, that felt like it was a break. That's better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so perfect, worked out really good. So I've used this old line that I found. It already has an inline fuse ready to go. This is what I did have running right around the engine bay all the way to the back there to feed this fuel pump. Down the track, I definitely want to put in a relay, but for now we've got a fuse, so at least the fuse can go before anything else causes any issues. But instead of running it around, I've run it through into the firewall through an existing hole. We don't want to drill holes in this car, too good. So the existing hole, we've come inside here, we've gone straight to this. Look at this, beautiful switch already in place. Don't know what the hell it was for, wasn't connected up, was earthed. Got rid of that. So run from the engine bay in, right from here to the speaker wire, and then you want to run the shortest route with wiring. Why use more wire than we need to? So we run it straight down here, follow the wiring, boom, straight out this existing hole, because of course we don't want to put more holes in the car. I hate drilling holes, so we just use an existing hole there in the floor and run the wiring straight to the back. So this thing, good to go. Don't have to pop the bonnet anymore. Battery can stay connected. We are ready to drive. Okay guys, next day now, and I'm feeling crook as a dog, up all night with a fever, so I'm grinding through for you guys and for me, because I want to get this thing there on Sunday. There's a few things I want to do before I put this door on. Obviously you can see I've gone in here previously, and I've sprayed this with a two-pack body color, which is can't remember, platinum white, diamond white, whatever it is. It's just a generic Ford white. I've done a few repairs in here, which have already started to sort of rust again, because I'm pretty sure I've done a bit of fiberglassing in here, and this door has literally been off for years, copping all the weather. There's a little bit of rust up here and a little bit here. This looks worse than it actually is. It's a tiny little spot in that corner, but the rest is just actually from me grinding it out, and all that brown is actually from some rust converter that I've used. This up here, we've got a rust hole in the corner right there, but all the rest of that there is just because I've grinded it all out. So I'm gonna buzz that all again, rust convert that. Whether I get to that corner for now, I don't know, but all I wanna do for today really is try and get the blue painted back into this. We have to join the line up there. So that's gonna be blue, that's gonna be white, that's gonna be blue down there, then white at the bottom. There's a few little bits and pieces we want to make this thing look like factory on the inside, so when I put the door on, it looks right. So anyway, that's where I'm at now. I'm just going to fiddle around with this for a few hours and see if we can make some progress making this thing look sort of somewhat semi-complete. Now, quickly, here's what I'm going to say about doing patina paintwork. Usually, as a rule of thumb, I'm not the biggest fan of fake patina. You know, I feel like it's a little bit overdone, but in the case of, you know, a car that is naturally pretty well aged like this thing, and you have to make some structural repairs, like, you know, the doors were eaten out badly, there needs to be some repairs in the roof and stuff, you're going to have to make that decision. You've either got to go down the path of fully restoring the car, which is obviously not on the cards for this thing, and not on the cards for a lot of people. You've either got to paint the sections that you're going to paint perfect, and then it's not going to match, or your only option is to then try and add a level of patina to try and make it look uniform. So in this case, obviously that's the way we're going to go. And also, you know what, it's actually probably a good way for someone that hasn't got any paint experience to sort of tiptoe their way into it, because you can't really get this wrong. I've got that down now. I've tried to blend the color out. I'm going to get to it with a bit of a Scotch Brite, try and rub it through and try and blend that and disguise that so you can't tell that it's been painted. So it is pretty idiot proof. You just got to sort of get a bit creative with it. And then, yeah, once this all goes off, I'm going to mask up. I'm going to re-blow the white in because I needed to paint down the bottom anyway. And yeah, then the door can go on. We're going to save the roof repairs for later because I just want to get this thing up and running for this weekend. But there's obviously plenty to come. But in this case, I think we can make this look pretty legit. Fake legit. All right, guys, let's talk merch. Back by popular demand, two of my absolute all-time favorites and two of the most popular, most requested t-shirts. We got back the Judge t-shirt, and we also have them in a hoodie with the sleeve print. Absolutely love this design. Also, Hurst shifter tees. Hurst have been one of the most popular sellers, but not only that, I've got a brand new pocket logo for the Hurst. I wasn't super happy with the old school one, so we've gone with the colored OG Hurst shifter on the back, and then the Hurst H on the front with Empire. So I'm absolutely stoked on how this thing is looking now. And not only that, we've got them available in a hoodie. So coming into winter, dude, I've dropped this one on the ground, but still good. Coming into winter, grab yourself a Hurst shifter hoodie. I've lashed out big time to get some stock for you guys. So if you guys want to support the channel, of course, jump on, get some threads before winter. And not only that, we have the Hurst shifter bucket hats. So these are on a faded black bucket hat. So they are awesome for keeping your ears nice and safe, because that's we want to keep the sun off these puppies in Australia. And they're awesome, so you can roll this thing up, throw it in the console or the glove box and forget about it, and then pull it out on a sunny day when you've forgotten your other hat. Sun safe, sun smart, all the good stuff. If you are local and you want to pick up some of these threads, you can come down tomorrow at the Woodside Airstrip meet. We're going to have a bunch of merch in stock, including some other designs, of course. Bring your car, come out, it's going to be an awesome day. Let's get back into the Bronco, get this thing on the road so I can actually make it. Okay, so you will see that a door has miraculously appeared and been fitted to the truck, and that's because it took an extra hand. Once again, my neighbor Richard come down to give me a hand to get this on, and then I spent a little bit of time farting around getting this thing all to line up nicely. This guard is absolute junk. The last door had obviously been dragging real hard, and this door had the same issue, so I've got a lot of alignment issues to deal with. But let's be real, it's a patina truck. I'm not going to go too crazy trying to get it right. I will dick with it a little bit later, but for now, I just want to get this thing on. The actual distance from there to there isn't too bad, so I can go ahead with lining up my graphics, because I need to do a stripe on this door. And down the track, I'd like to stone guard the whole bottom here where I've done a repair. I'd like to stone guard the whole bottom section, because it's just going to cop it when we drive on dirt roads and stuff. But for this weekend, I want to get some graphics on this door so it all blends in. Hopefully it doesn't look like a brand spanking new door on an old shitbox. And that's what we're going to have a crack with today. The same process is here. We'll mask it off. We're going to spray it on there. I'm going to try and be creative and make it look like it's not brand spanking new. All right, so now I'm going to show you the level of retardedness that I have. So although I need to blow in some color here and make it try and match, you'll probably have noticed, well maybe, that there is actually a pinstripe on this car, like the factory style pinstripe where it divides. There's a really skinny gold and then a gap and then a thick gold. Most of it's all disappeared. However, I can't bear just to have a single line and then not have it look like that, even though it's coming off. So anyway, I'm going to blow a gold line in here and sort of age it to make it look like it's always been there. I don't know, don't ask me. This is how my brain works. So you see how easily that dries. Try and age this out a bit. So it's not going to look that perfect. All right, that's been patinaed. Now I'm going to mask over that the other way and then blow some blue in. I will admit, playing with some patina stuff is actually pretty fun because you cannot get it wrong. And I'm just trying to build this up slowly. I don't want to go ape shit, I just want to sort of get a good bite on there. The thicker you go, the less chance it is of biting in. Not, once again, not that it matters, it's a patina car, but it's going to build that up. And also it gives me a chance to sort of work into the edges and sort of try and get some coverage so it kind of blends, hopefully, but then I can try and sort of somehow keep it patchy. And then of course I'm going to have to hit it with the Scotchy and sort of make it all disappear, but I don't know. We'll see how this color matches up considering we're going on stark white. To get this coverage, it has obviously come out super blue. We have now finished with the painting on the guard, on the door for now. Funnily enough, the bit I'm happiest with the most is the stripe. Like that little line actually looks really good. You'll see that the blend is pretty bad. So you can see where I've like lost the color there. The color that I have, I think is the right color. I found something that I matched up years ago, but the color that's actually faded out here is a little bit more purpley. But of course, I'm trying to match to all these different colors here. That's faded out really light. So I've tried to replicate that realistically before I do anything further, whether I clear it or whatever. I'm going to end up probably blowing a little bit more of this color over the whole guard, just dusting it over. So I can just sort of wash that difference out of it there. And the reason there is such a substantial difference to the front guard is that this has clearly been painted before at some stage. This front guard on both sides has got clear coat, whereas back here, there's no clear coat on it. So they've obviously done a repair at some stage. So that's why that is a lot different. So I'm trying to, you know, that's aged differently than that anyway. So I'll have to buzz that out and sort of blend it that way. But for now, at a glance, it doesn't look out of the ordinary. So I'm really happy with how this thing's come out. I'm going to fiddle with some, replacing some trims a little later on. But for right now, I'm just itching to take this thing for another drive. We're only, I've only got pretty much this afternoon left to find out whether this thing is going to survive a trip to Woodside on Sunday morning. So I'd like to get a few more Ks on it. So my plan now is to throw this front bumper on because that's what's going to make it a little bit more complete. I'm not going to worry about the bonnet for now. We're going to only hit some dirt roads out into the Crawford Forest here. And man, this thing is looking good. I'm loving it. Okay, next up, we're going to get this bar on. I've picked this up freaking years ago from Market F100 and Ford spares. Here's my go-to with all parts I need for F trucks. He ships all around the country as well. So if you guys are doing any F-truck stuff at all, like old to new, he knows all about it, and he's likely got the parts you need. So I scored this off him for literally years ago for this truck, and I'm gonna get it on now, finally. I can't wait. We got rid of that big ugly bull bar in an earlier episode. Also here, you'll see I've started cleaning up this stainless here and the chrome. It's coming up really good. I'm gonna continue on with that tonight. But like I said, right now, I just need to get this front bar on and hit the road. Oh, hell yeah. That's so much better. Come on, pups. Come on, pups. Come on. Good boy, Judgy. That was a pretty successful drive. So I've just done not a massive amount of driving, probably 10 minutes or so. And the thing is running pretty good. When I slow down, it is a little bit, I feel like it's a bit rich. It does sort of want to, does feel like it definitely needs a good tune, but it is handling everything sweet. It's not getting warm at all. It is extremely loud and like super rattly. Obviously, I've got no carpet. I've got more holes in the floor than metal. And yeah, no door trims, no window glass. Like, it is loud. Winnie's freaking out. Don't stress, Mum. I know she's watching, and the dogs are safe. They're absolutely loving it. Well, Winnie's a little bit scared, but Judge is loving it. By the time this thing is all sound deadened and everything, this is going to be so good for cruising with the dogs. There's so much space back there, and I cannot wait. I'm pretty confident now to move ahead, finish putting this car back together, and then we are, yeah, I'm pretty certain I'm going to have it there on Sunday. I think we'll make it. Man, this thing's cool. Awesome. Lift up.
He killed it.
All right, so there it is, the Beater Bronco. Andrea picked this thing up for $3,000. We've poured a bit of money into it and a hell of a lot of time, but she's finally on the road. And we're not sure if it's gonna make it because we just ran out of fuel here in the forest. So we've probably got a half an hour walk home, and hopefully we get there before it gets dark. But we'll be back, we'll get this thing rolling, and I'm pretty confident that if I bring a jerry can, we will make it to Woodside on Sunday morning. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm super stoked with how this thing has come out so far. Obviously there's a heap to do. We've got to finish off putting some trims on. We got to detail all the stainless. The list goes on, but you'll see that and more in a future episode of the Iron Empire. Cheers, guys. Okay, so we are back, and I've just put 20 litres of fuel in it, and the car still won't start. I realised the fuel pump isn't running. So I look down here to find that the fuel pump wire is dangling. So all those bumps made the fuel pump cable come off.
Oh yeah.
And we probably had fuel the whole time. So we just walked half an hour and drove back for nothing. Home sweet home.